If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
We live.
Yo,
We
live.
We live. Hey, come on in, y'all. Welcome to Night and Day Talk Media. We're going to get into this tonight. Yeah. We got Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Janet Hubert speaking out. You know, she don't rock with Gayle King or Oprah like that. So, you know, she has some things to say about Donald Trump as well. So we're going to get into that. And we got to get into the fake moon landing.
We got to get into that.
I should have put it in the title, but I didn't get to put it in the title because she spoke on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air too about losing everything due to being booted from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So we're going to get into that. Because you remember she had the whole fallout with Will Smith and the people and the rest of the people on the show. Then they did the reunion, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, where they showed her and Will sitting in a movie theater talking it out. And they kind of like, but she still, you know, you could tell she still struggled with that relationship with Will. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? As far as like her trying to get back to where she was at. You know what I mean? It's just things ain't the same. So we got to get into that. We're going to get into Oprah fake crying for Gayle King going out of space.
Out in space.
All right.
That's funny.
So we need y'all to click that like button if y'all can. And we're going to go ahead and get this show started. This show is This is sponsored by nightandayherbals.com, our website where we sell natural products. So check us out there as well. All right,
link is pinned to the top. At the top of the chat.
Yep, and in the description. So let's go ahead and get into Aunt Viv, aka Janet Hubert.
Lift off.
Let me know if y'all can hear that.
New Shepherd has cleared the tower.
Oh, yep.
Got it? 1, 2, 3. Take up space!
This is what bothers me, because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends.
I thought it would be appropriate, because the timing is so perfect, to come forward with a new tale. This one's called The Gayle Tale.
Carlton!
Ma! Aunt Viv, what are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing here? I came to get my boy.
Actress Janet Hubert, who played Aunt Vivian on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, takes to her Instagram to drag Gayle King's trip into outer space. Aunt Viv tells a tale of meeting with Gayle to see if she can ask Oprah to help her get back in the industry after getting blackballed after booted from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I thought it would be appropriate, because the timing is so perfect, to come forward with a new tale. This one's called The Gayle Tale, because it really happened. So Gayle King, coming back from space. Oh, how was it? When the world's on fire, you go a little higher, up into the air where nobody cares. Girl, what were you thinking? I want to tell a tale about you and I going to lunch together back years ago in New York City, when I thought maybe perhaps I could get some help from a sister to a sister. Maybe you could go to Big O and ask Big O to help JH a little bit. But you ate lunch. You told me how it must have been very hard. You proceeded to eat like a horse. And then you left me with the bill. Gayle, come down to earth where the rest of us live. Bad timing, boo-boo. Bad timing.
This is what bothers me, because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. And this is what I would say to that. Space is not an either or, it's a both and. And because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place. That's number one. Number two, have you been? Have you been? If
Have
you've
you
been,
been?
and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a
Have you really
conversation.
been?
Number three, please don't call it a ride.
Have
That
anybody ever been?
a man goes up. You have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. You know, we duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much. No one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did, and the machine that we were on, and what it took for the people to get that machine up and running, to get us up and get us back down safely. So, you know, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this, what it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that. I've had so many women and young girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way, men too, that say, wow, I never thought I could do that, but I see you doing it at this stage of my life. Who would have thunk it? Not me. And
You say F it? You say F it, not me.
Yep.
how inspired they are.
They're on national TV.
First of all, Gayle King, y'all got scammed. Y'all paid $28 million a ticket to go to space. Y'all got scammed. They put y'all in there, and they put a whole green screen around you with you know, special effects, and they made you feel like you was going to space. Y'all didn't really go to space, Gayle King. Y'all didn't go anywhere. Y'all didn't launch anywhere. It just felt like y'all did that. You could tell that green screen in the back, or y'all just got used just to play on the people's intelligence.
There it is.
Y'all
'Cause they
didn't
know
really,
they didn't go to space.
y'all didn't really pay $28 million, because if y'all did,
No.
that's pretty much money laundering. They just use that space trip to launder money, and they use y'all to do it. Y'all didn't go to space. Y'all didn't go any goddamn way. Y'all didn't go
Step to a studio
Step to a studio
to record all that nonsense.
Y'all showed up to do an acting gig. That's what y'all showed up to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they didn't have to pay to do it. They got paid to do that.
Yeah, they got paid to do that. All right, so y'all put on for the public. We know that, but nobody's buying it, because everybody I've seen do something to this, respond to, or content creator speak on it, everybody knows it's fake. Nobody is believing it anymore. So look at Big O. Look at Big O up there crying. Look.
Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
Please, Gayle, come back. Bro, we might have to do a parody with Big O crying and Gayle King and them going to space. We might have to do a parody.
Facts.
T-minus 10, 9.
Why that sound like Michael Jackson's AI voice?
It could be.
Hold on, y'all. That sound like Mike J. AI voice. Let me bring that back.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
First of all, they look launching up there in a
dildo,
a large dildo, basically saying "F the world."
Yep.
That's basically what they saying. F the world. We playing on y'all top. They basically this right here. They riding, supposedly launching into space in a damn dildo.
Clearly, they designed it that way on purpose.
Right.
Because you remember the original ones didn't look like that. The original ones looked like rockets.
Exactly.
That looked like a huge dildo.
It's just a dildo, bro.
Facts.
Ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
AI generated. AI generated.
It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
Once again, watch them open the pressurized capsule from the inside, not knowing that it's not time, it's not cue time yet.
Look
and
how
then you have
flimsy
the
that
stage
door
part
is.
where
door
the media
flimsy
shows
as
you all over the news that they're waiting for the guy to open the hatch.
So y'all really think they launched to space right there with that flimsy ass door?
They
That
would all
joint
been dead inside. According to their science, they would all been dead inside by the time they came down.
Right, they ain't go up there with a lick of oxygen mask, nothing.
Nothing.
They just went up there in that high altitude with nothing on top of their head.
That door thin as hell, bro.
That door thin as hell, bro. That shit thin as lead. When the, you know what I mean, that joint open right up. They try to go in space in that, bro.
I mean, you see how they seal airplane doors. Them joints are like thick, heavy metal. It's hard to even open them joints.
Right.
That door was flimsy as
That
hell.
door
Man.
lighted. That studio ass door. that studio door light as hell. You see how it moved? Look how it moved when they opened it. You mean telling they went in space in that? And look how they moved when. Look how the door like a paper door and shit. Like
paper, bro. That shit like come from
Pressurized
a movie set.
Right, look how they jump when that joint open.
From the inside, not knowing that it's not time, it's not cue time yet.
And that looked like the tip of a penis head.
Yeah, you can't even open them joints. They ain't even supposed to be open from the inside.
Like you said, F the world.
F the world, bro.
They think we this dumb.
And what's the significance of them sending all women, supposedly sending all women up there? You know what I'm saying?
That they accomplishing their agenda through women.
Facts. Facts.
And this whole movement that they got, you know what I mean? Everybody on, like from shows like The View and all those types of
yeah, right.
All them brainwashing ass shows.
Right.
With them sitting around talking about how people should think, basically.
Yeah.
How people should feel.
Right.
Yeah, that's
and then you have the stage part where the media shows you all over the news that they're waiting for the guy to open the hatch.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Here goes Jeff
Ain't even
Bezos
open
to
that door.
open the hatch.
Look, that tool don't even do nothing, bro. Look at that shit. Look.
he just laid it
He just placed it on the door and they still opened it from the inside. That shit, what that flimsy ass Fisher Price tool and that door.
Yo, you see how he just laid it on the door and turned it?
Exactly.
Yo,
he didn't even put it on
back.
nothing. It didn't even connect to nothing. He just placed it on the door and turned it.
It ain't even attached to that, bro. That's some funny shit, bro. That's funny as hell. It ain't even attached to that.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Look at that.
Look, they opened the door.
They opened the door from the inside.
They opened the door before he even turned the damn thing.
Exactly.
Watch the door open before he even turned it. Watch this, yo.
They opened it from the inside.
Yeah,
again.
watch they open the door before in the inside before he even turned the latch.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
To open the hatch.
Look, he ain't even
I seen that.
He ain't even turned the latch all the way, bro.
Before the door flew open.
The
Before
door
that flimsy
flew open.
behind.
Right. Yo, they playing in people's face, bro. This drawing is crazy. They playing in people's face with this.
Yeah, it's wild out here, bro.
And once again, you've been fooled, people.
JD!
Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
The dildo have cleared the tower.
Yeah.
How much did they spend on acting classes to get her to come out of that acting like that? Oh gosh, here goes this one of the biggest actors right here. Look at her.
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
Huh? That didn't even make any sense. What did that have to do with anything?
Seeing Jeff before I left.
But they ain't nothing. Katy Perry, shut up. They ain't
They ain't have nothing to do with nothing.
Let's try to sound poetic and sound stupid. What the hell, man? They went up there high as hell.
I just went, you know, I had to come back. I mean, we're getting married. If I didn't come back, that would be a bummer for me.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
That's crazy, bro.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, they lying.
They playing in our faces, and everybody know it's fake.
Facts.
Everybody know it's fake. You got a couple of control zombies on here. So it's real. You know what I'm saying? You already know they already work for those agencies.
Hell yeah.
They trying to do damage control, but come on, man. Nobody believes it.
Right.
I've seen skits where they fake going to space look better than that.
You
know what I'm saying? That it's over, man. It's over. This goes to show you how far the programming go, y'all. This how dumb they think we are.
Facts.
That says a lot. I guess all that fluoride in the water ain't worked that good because most people, yep, can tell that that's fake.
Hell yeah.
You ain't gotta be college educated. You ain't gotta be no genius to see that was fake. You can't even argue. You can't even argue science with how fake that look.
Nah.
It was all theater.
It's all theater, bro. Yo, please hit that like button if y'all just. All right, so we're gonna get into we're gonna go ahead and get into Janet Hubert. She, dragging Trump, basically speaking up on things and more so with the loans being recalled back, as far as like people that was forgiven for their student loans and all that. Now they telling they making people saying they saying people gotta pay again. So they basically all them student loans that got forgiven, they telling the people that they gotta pay for them, man. So it's blaming it on the new administration. So let's get into this.
Good morning, Instagram.
Get into this, bro. Let me know if y'all can hear.
It's been a while.
We good on sound?
I haven't really felt like posting much of anything lately because the situation in the world is just so weird and completely fucked up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I want to talk about something that happened this morning to someone that I love dearly, and I want to warn parents. I want to warn parents that your child who may have been involved in the loan forgiveness program due to health reasons or whatever will receive an email from something called CRI. CRI is some sort of recovery of student loans that were forgiven are now being rescinded by the evil minion in Washington, D.C., which is Donald Trump. He's come for the Hispanics. He's come for the Asians. He's coming for everybody. He's deporting everybody, but he's also now coming for our children. Good morning. Good morning, Big Willie. As a mother and as a mother of mothers, I am not having it. Good morning. I am not having it. I'm angry. I'm extremely angry because, as Black people, we're watching our history be wiped out, trying to wipe out our history. But Donald Trump, I just want to ask you a question. Is anybody feeling the way I'm feeling about this? Because you wake up every morning and you go, what the fuck now? And I decided to put some blue in it. You see it? I decided to make, my gray hair a color as opposed to coloring it a temporary color, which I really like. I'm gonna do the whole thing later on and see how it looks. I may look like a clown, but I'm gonna try it. But are you guys feeling what I'm feeling? You're feeling this constant knot in your stomach every fucking morning? So now this morning, my someone I love gets an email saying, you now got your loan forgiven, a mere $13,000 forgiven due to health reasons. Now we want it back. Joe Biden forgave those loans for anyone who needed it, for anyone who served in the public. As a friend of mine who's a doctor, he worked in underserved communities forever. And now Donald Trump has decided, we want that money back from you. Well, I got on the phone this morning with someone from Arkansas. The woman was from Arkansas. Good morning. And I laid her, I guess I tore her a new ass. I don't take kindly to threatening our children. And I created something called JG and the BC Kids, and I'm having a hell of a time getting it sold. And it's on jgandthebckids.com, very much related to what we're going through right now. It's about bullies. And we've got the king bully in the White House. And I want to just ask Donald Trump, honey, did your mama not give you enough titty? Did you not get breastfed enough? Did you not get held enough? Did you get dropped on your head? Or did your parents not love you for some reason? Because why are you so hateful? Why is all of this so hateful with the Republican Party? And why are you deporting people and attacking people and doing the things? Why are we letting this happen? And what are we supposed to do? See, I can't march, y'all, because I've got two really jacked up feet nowadays. And I've been in rehab for a while, trying to get them together. But I ain't marching. I'm not. We need to do more than march, people. It's time. And Black folks sitting out saying we ain't in it. Well, I don't know about y'all, but see, I'm Black. I'm in it. I lost every fucking thing I had doing the whole Fresh Prince mess. And it took me years to build myself back up, to have a bank account. I had to pay $200 to get $200. I had to pay $59 to Capital One to get $200 worth of credit. That's how bad my shit was. I had to barter for extra French fries on the cross-country trip to get the fuck out of LA. Okay? That's how much I wanted to get back. Excuse my language. I'm just so frustrated. Oh, what was my experience? Somebody just asked me a question about voicing Aunt Denise. I've never cussed so much in my life for a project, but yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Yeah, but you know what? That was a bad experience. And somebody just said, I'm so sad that my favorite sitcom mama had such a bad experience in real life. But here's the thing. Don't mess with my children. Don't mess with people I love. Don't mess with the people I care about. You know, you can be king bully all you want, but I'm worried for others. Aren't you? I mean, aren't you worried that he's taken away all of our rights? He's taken away. Now he's threatening to throw us all in El Salvador. Right. And I really do believe that gentleman is no longer alive because no one is showing us proof of life. I feel for these people. I feel. But if you come from mine, as I told this woman today on the phone, now this shit is personal. I don't know, make America great again? No, that means make America white again. And see, here's the thing. My parents couldn't vote. As a little girl, I remember my dad getting stopped by a police officer. He was always getting stopped. And I was a little girl, and the officer said to my dad, "Where you going, boy? What you doing, boy?" And I said, "My daddy ain't no boy. My daddy's a man." The police officer looked at me with eyes that could kill, and I was probably 7 years old. And my father said, "Be quiet. Be quiet." And I didn't understand it but I do now as a grown-up. My parents couldn't vote. Civil rights happened. We've been through it as Black people, but that police officer could have hit me. He could have beat me. He could have killed me. And there was nothing that my father could do as a Black man. And now I find that my own is feeling that same way, that hopelessness of what my father must have felt. And Black folks, everybody, we got to come together. We got to come together. It's imperative that we come together, okay? I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm pissed. And I told this woman on the phone this morning, I said, I'm coming, you coming from mine, then you have to come through me. And I mean that. And I created JG and the BC Kids, which is on jgandthebckids.com. It's about a bully. It's about mind control of the children. And if we fear this man, which is what he wants us to do, Donald Trump, ain't nobody scared of your little orange ass, okay? All I know is that you need some help. Get some help, please, because what you're doing, you're not making any friends. Taking away our allies and all of that. And people say, well, stay out of it because you're a celebrity. I ain't no celebrity, y'all. I'm a mother. I'm a mother who's out here trying to just exist. I'm a fighter. I've always been. I debated about doing this video because I know how tempestuous and life is right now for everybody. But yeah, my little 401k is getting hit. Okay. And I don't have any stock in the stock market because I'm not rich. I played a rich woman, but I ain't a rich woman, but I am rich. I'm rich in life and experience and love and all that bullshit, but it's real. It's real. But I want you all to think seriously. Please, if your children get this email, ignore it. Ignore it. Tell them, be not afraid. Stop being fearful. And it's time for us to pull together and fight. I am not line dancing and popping my fan, okay? As a lot of Black people say that we're doing, but we got 400 years of rage, all bottled up and ready to go. So you want to be a little careful what you do to us. You can take away our history on words, on pages, but you can never take away our stories. You can never affect us in the manner that you're trying to incite us, Donald Trump. Because we are strong. Think about slaves, how they treated slaves back in the day. We had no rights. We had no way to defend ourselves. We've been through what they're doing. You can't hurt us, but you can piss us off to a certain extent. And when you do that, you might want to look out. And on that note, somebody asked me, what does it mean to make America great again? I don't know what that shit means, but I think that we are getting ready. And Donald Trump, I don't know how you sleep at night, but it's got to be fitful. And all you rich people who are out there making money and making more and wanting more money and wanting tax breaks, bullshit. You ain't getting my money. You are not. And if you mess with my Social Security, which I have worked on the back of a pickup truck since I was 15 and in a factory, you mess with my Social Security, then it's going to be on. Okay? That's where the rubber's going to meet the motherfucking road. We have earned that. That's not your money. Hands off. Hands off our children. And please check out JG and the BC Kids. I am going to bring it to you if I have to give it to you. Okay? It's about a little Black boy and the hope of the future of children. And someone who wants to mind control all of our children. And it's a beautiful piece. And I'm going to give it to you if I have to give it to you. So I love you all. I do. All right, let me see. Let me answer a couple of your questions. Let's see here. Okay, I love you all. They're threatened by, yeah, they are. So they do everything to tear us down. You can't tear a mighty oak tree. You can chop it down, but guess what? It's got a lot of branches. It's got a lot of limbs, and we are pretty powerful people. And I love you all. And I'm going to get off this. And if you want to ask me some questions, I'm going to be at Comic-Con, which I've never done a Comic-Con before, but I'm excited about it. I hope you guys come out, and Buffalo is the first date. But please check out my JG and the BC Kids trailer. And I've also got a new series called Tales of the Script, where I narrate. And I love you guys. And it's really hard for me to do this morning. Hey, Mark, good morning. Good morning to you too. And I'm going to bid you all, Comic-Con. Somebody's saying you're at Comic-Con. Yeah, in Buffalo. So I'll see you there. And if I offended anybody, sorry, but I'm offended by what's happening very much. And it's just crazy.
Well, prepare yourself for a lot more, because they ain't done yet. You're going to be doing a lot of these videos. They plan on doing a lot of shit that you probably ain't going to agree with.
It's the whole government period. It don't matter who's in office.
Right.
It's just the system.
Yeah, it's the policies.
Right.
Yeah, it's the policies that need to change. Right.
I don't even know why they even always pinpoint a president when it's the whole entire system. It's the whole government that's after your children. Always have been.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is created to go against life, period. Everything is anti-life when it comes to that government. So I don't know what people be talking about. I don't see no difference. It don't matter who's in that Oval Office. I don't never see no difference.
I see the same policies, different faces.
Facts. They might talk different, but when it comes to actions, it's all the same action.
Yeah, that's like the a president of Google and shit. They bring in a new president of Google and shit. The policies of Google still gonna remain the same, but they might change, the face, and they might make slight little changes here and there, but the premise of those policies remain always. So yeah.
I don't know what people be out here talking about when it's the whole government is corrupt.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's a Democrat or Republican in there, it's gonna be corrupt no matter what.
Facts.
And a corrupt police officers, it ain't gonna matter who's in the Oval Office. It's just they part of the corrupt government too. You know what I'm saying? Because the police officers, they do what they do no matter who's in office. It could be a Democrat or Republican in there. They still gonna act the same.
But he said what counts is where you put your money at. Your money, that's what counts. Where you spend your money at. That's the only thing that reigns power, is where you spend your money at.
That's your energy. That's your
life.
life.
Where you put your energy at. Yep.
Where do you put your currency at? Your life currency. Your attention. Everything. Your attention is your currency. You know what I'm saying? Your energy, everything is your currency. I mean, and where are you directing it at?
All right, we're gonna get into a quick commercial break, because we gotta get into this fake. We gotta get a deep dive in this fake moon landing. Yeah. We'll be right back, y'all.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right, we back. Link to the shops is in the description of this video and in the chat. We still got sales going on, so make sure y'all take advantage of all the sales that we got going on the website. Yep, and we do ship out in a timely fashion, so you will get your products. And yeah, make sure y'all join the email list as well. Always sign up to the email list, because we give out birthday discounts when we put new products on the shop. Everything. So yep. All right, bro, we gotta get into this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into this, man, because
it's all fake.
They putting on the show for us, and pretty much trying to basically direct our attention to this bull crap. That's all they really doing, is trying to distract us.
First of all, I want to know who believed that Katy Perry and Gayle and all them other hoes went up to space. Y'all think that's real? If you think that's real, press 111. If you think that is fake, press 222.
Should have had a poll going, but no diddy.
Who believe that this
why-
is real? 111 is real. 222 is fake.
Let's get into
Flynn, I got you. I got you, Flynn. Oh, the moon. You guys, I don't have to tell you. Look at the moon.
Look at this shit.
Okay.
We ought to be ashamed of ourselves.
Oh my gosh. So long. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's
I can't even
amazing.
believe this, man.
Oh my god. Okay, you're right up there. Flynn, I got you. I got you, Flynn. Oh, the moon. You guys, I don't have to tell you. Look at the moon. Look. Okay. Look at the moon. Gosh. Oh my gosh. So long. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
Mind you, that's that flimsy ass door. And they out in space with no helmets on or nothing.
I don't know. I got chills. I got tears in my eyes when I first heard the enormous burst of sound. Our friend, our colleague Gayle King, and the rest of the Blue Origin crew heading into space.
Oprah watching her best friend go to
What the hell?
space.
Look,
Oprah
she seen the
fake
camera and had to act like she was crying. You see
Oprah
that?
fake as hell.
She was good before she noticed the camera was on her. But then when the camera get on, she gonna act dramatic. Watch, bring her back.
Yeah, Oprah fake
Watch,
as hell.
watch how she was acting before she realized the camera was on her. When she seen the camera on her, she gonna do all that fake ass crime. Look. Look, she see the camera now.
Right,
look.
facts.
You know what I'm
Right on
saying?
cue.
Come
Right on cue.
Right on cue.
Yo, Oprah,
Like you
fake
can
as
see
hell,
the
bro.
acting, man. You can see
Yeah.
that because she know
Yeah,
that she know they monkey asses ain't go nowhere.
Yeah, that was right on cue. I seen
Them hoes
that.
ain't go no. Them
You play
hoes
that
ain't
back
go
one more
nowhere.
time.
Them
Watch,
hoes
watch.
ain't go
She
nowhere.
gonna look directly into the camera and start acting hysterical. Watch, look.
Look at that.
That's
Yep.
crazy, bro. Right on cue.
As soon as she seen that camera, she said, "Yup,
Yeah,
Sophie." Yup.
he said that jail.
Right. That Gayle.
Setting that Gayle.
Watching that Gayle.
So I didn't been there rocked to death.
With that flimsy ass door. I hope that they didn't rot to death.
you told Apple beat me. Oh Sophia, oh Sophia. Oh,
With that flimsy ass door, then they about not rot to death. Y'all know damn well that was some type of Hollywood production.
Oh, you tell Gayle King talk about.
When we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katie sang "What a Wonderful World."
She did.
Isn't that nice?
Come on.
She sang "What a Wonderful World." I see
Did you just all
dreams.
start
Oh
crying?
yes.
Oh.
Because we've been asking her to sing all the time, and she wouldn't. And then because everybody said, "Sing, roar, sing." Fireworks, and she said it's not about me. I wanted to talk about the world.
Wow.
I know, isn't that nice? You got to ask her about that.
That's really special.
But the best part was when we got back in our
All
seats
that
after
fake
0
humility. All that fake ass humility. It ain't about me. It's about the world. Yeah, it's about tricking the world, making the world think that y'all niggas went to space when y'all ain't go nowhere. Y'all went into a studio, filmed it, had a couple of laughs, and left.
Fact.
Jeff Bezos came with that fake tool to open up that flimsy ass door, and that was the end of it.
Facts.
That joint ain't even look like it been anywhere. That shit clean as hell to have been in space.
All right.
Look how clean that is. That shit ain't go nowhere. That's look at that. That thing ain't look like it's been nowhere. Look at that. There go Jeff Bezos with that flimsy ass tool, that Fisher Price tool on that flimsy door. Look at that door.
That's
Look how it just
badass
swung
acting,
open.
bro. That's some bad acting.
Look how it just
That's
swung
like the
open.
worst. That's the worst acting.
Pressurized doors don't even swing open like that.
Facts. Yo, they stop playing in our face. But we gotta go back to the ones. We gotta go back to these. These ain't no better. These right here. They ain't better. Ain't no better. Look at this shit here.
Oh,
Matter of
this is
fact,
when
that's what,
Nixon calls the moon. This nigga called the moon. The president called the moon in 1969. They had Wi-Fi up there. He called the moon. They had Wi-Fi on the moon, man. Here calls be dropping. You call up the street and the cell phone calls be dropping. But he called the moon. Look at that. That looks terrible, man. How they get all that equipment up there on the first trip? Mind you, this the first trip, y'all. How the hell they get all this equipment up there, man?
Facts.
How the hell they got all that extra equipment up there? And that's Nixon calling the moon. This nigga called the moon from the White House in 1969. They put a tower, a phone line on the moon on their first trip up there in 1969. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't only just land on the moon. They built the whole phone line, a whole cell phone tower up there. This nigga called the moon, y'all.
That's crazy, bro.
Called the moon. The president called the moon in 1969 on a landline phone, bro. So they had phone wires up there on the moon. Or the first time landing, first thing they did was set up the phone network so he could call them. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't only have the equipment that they needed to get around on the moon, they also packed the equipment to build a phone line on the moon that'll connect to Earth.
That's
so
crazy,
he can actually call the moon from a landline on Earth, a landline phone, not even a cell phone, not a satellite phone. He did it from a phone on his desk, one of them old-fashioned joints too, with the little numbers, with the little holes, and you gotta put your finger in there. The rotary phones, that's what they call them, the rotary phones, where you gotta put your little finger in where the number at and slide it, just to, you know what I mean, dial the number. He called the moon with that, bro. And we in 2025 and we can't even call up the block without the call dropping. Yeah, I mean, you be on some lazy stuff and you call somebody in your house, they might be in a room that you don't feel like walking to. You call them on your cell phone and the phone call drop. But this nigga was able to call the moon in 1969 to have a clear conversation with the astronauts on the moon. The first time on the moon, they able to, you know what I mean, get a call from a landline soon as they land on the moon. Like, you know what, man? I'm done, man. This is no more common sense out here. No more common sense.
Look, let's compare the launches. So this is them launching to the moon, right?
Oh yeah, this is them launching to this the type of equipment they need to launch to the moon. Mind y'all, just pay attention. Look at all this shit that they use. They got a launch station. You know what I mean? It the big ass rocket is connected to the launch station. Look at this. Now they launching this. It ain't like somebody's driving that rocket like how you drive an airplane. They launching that to the moon, so they got to get the coordinates. So they shooting a rocket at the moon, basically a missile. They shooting a missile at the moon, so their calculations have to be just right. So when they land, they don't blow up. You know what I'm saying? So they just launching this John. They so smart. They got the math to calculate the coordinates to the actual moon side of the moon they never been to before, mind you. And they launch a rocket missile, because that's just a missile, y'all. I mean, you could call it a rocket. A rocket and a missile was basically the same thing. You launch it and you gotta launch it with the coordinates.
They never showed them landing on the moon though. Like,
oh hell no, they never showed them landing on the moon.
Yeah, they never showed them, like, you know how they showed
how did it land? Yeah, how did it land? Like,
they skipped
without blowing up.
Yeah, they skipped that. All right, this is them launching back off the moon. Now they launched back off the moon in a small little trash can size. Goddamn
facts.
Yeah, we see what it took for them to launch up there. You mean to tell me this
a whole launch station? They needed a whole launch station to launch to the moon, right? But to get back to Earth, this is all they need to get back to Earth.
Yep.
Look at this, y'all. This is what they use to get back to Earth. Now, this is the real video. This is the actual video. This is what they look.
Let me bring that back. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a little special effects that they had in 1969. The little sparkly shit that's under the joint. That's no fire, no nothing. It's just a little sparkle.
So you mean to tell me just a spark?
Confetti.
That's all it took for that.
That was confetti's, bro. Look, that's confetti.
So that's all
confetti that you would have at a birthday party or
a little gunpowder spark.
Nah, that was confetti, bro.
A gunpowder got more spark than that. You mean to tell me they was able to launch back off the moon with some shit that's less than a gun spark?
And get back to Earth in that, bro.
They really launched back off Earth in the trash can, bro.
Look what it took. So this is what we try and get y'all to see. Look what it took.
The first one.
Look what it took to get them to the moon. A launch station. Look at that big ass launch station right there. That's what they needed to get to the moon. Now the moon is far as hell away. Now they gotta have the correct coordinates to actually get back to Earth from the moon, but they're not using a rocket shit. Come on, man. We gotta come on, man. Common sense. You ain't gotta be a scientist, a rocket scientist to figure this out. Look at all that shit they need to get to the moon.
Let's see how they came back.
That's a huge launch station, y'all.
This is how they came back.
And this is what they came back in. This made it to Earth. That shit don't even look like it got enough fuel to make it around the corner. But it made it all the way back to Earth safely. And then the cameraman stayed behind.
Yeah, the cameraman's still behind.
Who's panning that camera? Who's showing that? Who's panning that? Who stayed behind to show that camera angle?
They left the cameraman right up there, bro.
And they ain't have remote Wi-Fi to control no camera from no goddamn Earth. Yeah, I mean they was not controlling that camera remotely from no Earth in no 1969. The first time up there.
They not leaving. Yeah, that's nah, bro.
My bad. 1972. They first time up there.
Let me bring that back again. And why the background always goddamn black?
Right.
You see that background is always black, and it always look close up. Like you see how everything like the back everything looks all close up.
Yeah, it looks like you're on the edge. It looks like you're always on the edge.
Always on the edge. Now we know when you look down the block, you can see the surface of you looking all the way down somewhere. That background, that shit just looks too close up.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna fall right off the edge.
It's not like far away. It's like a edge. Like when you look down the street, it don't look like you're looking at the edge. Why? But why when you look at this, it looks like they always on the edge.
Right.
It makes no sense to me, bro. Like it is always pitch black in the background.
Pitch black.
Like it's nothing out there. It's just pitch black.
Yeah, you would be closer to the sun, being on the moon. So that shit should be lit.
So you mean to tell me you on a bright ass hot rock that's reflecting off everything? You mean to tell me you could land on the moon? We look at the moon all the time. It's bright as hell. It's a bright ass light. You mean to tell me humans, whatever we do, could withstand being on that rock? Then they left. Yeah, they left the cameraman up there. He's still up there
Cameraman
now.
left, bro.
He's still up there now. They never went back and got the cameraman. He's still
He
up there.
died up there. He's the man on the moon. The man that they come out on the moon is the cameraman that they left up on the moon when they launched back to Earth in this trash can.
That shit small as hell. You mean to tell me
small as hell, bro?
That?
They came back to Earth in that, but it took a whole damn launch station to get them to the moon.
You mean to tell me that little
made it
spark,
to Earth?
That little teeny spark right there launched.
Put enough force behind it to launch it back to Earth.
But they needed a whole
through the Van Halen belt. Through the Van Halen belt which is a bunch of radiation in the atmosphere. So they went through all that radiation and all that and launched from this little. I don't know what the hell that little platform is. It looked like it's throwing confetti in the air. Look, it looked like confetti. It throws confetti in the air and launches it up.
But then the cameraman is still. It's crazy, bro.
They just launch it up in the air. It looked like it's going nowhere.
Look, the cameraman is still. That joint ain't going nowhere, bro. That's the stunt. It's just hanging up there, and look how the cameraman just. So you mean to tell me the cameraman is doing all that? It's zigzagging and doing all that.
All that.
Look what it's doing though.
Exactly.
Bro, what moves like that? What the hell type of aircraft?
A UFO?
Like that?
A UFO?
What the hell type of special effects going on here? What the hell moves like that?
That shit look like Tinkerbell. That shit look like Tinkerbell, bro. Yeah, I mean, that just started looking like Tinkerbell. And I can't believe people believe this shit, bro. This is insane.
Yeah, this nigga said like
this is insane, bro.
This nigga said it looked like Tinkerbell.
I mean, you see how it was moving? It was zigzagging. Look, it's zigzagging.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that shit do look like Tinkerbell. I ain't even gonna front.
Bro.
I don't understand it, y'all. I don't understand how we got duped like this. And you know they sent trillions of dollars to NASA.
Right.
NASA got trillions of dollars to pull off this production. It looked like it cost them $5.99. It looked like it cost them $5.99 to make this shit, but then NASA get trillions of dollars.
That's crazy, bro.
And why is it so damn dark out there? It ain't no sun. Why is it always so dark?
Yeah,
why is space always so damn dark? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro. Let me see. Hold on.
How the sun gonna light the whole moon up, but it's dark as hell on the moon?
Facts.
All the time.
Let me see.
Look, that's actually supposed to be a real John. Do that shit look real, y'all?
Hell no.
First of all, that look like. Look at that. Look at that flimsy ass stuff out there. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at that, man. That's an obvious green screen, man. That's an obvious green screen, man. If you were trying to play the audio, we don't hear no audio.
Oh, we ain't audio?
Nah, we haven't heard no audio. Yeah, that was an obvious green screen, man.
Yeah, let me pull this up.
I know nobody. I mean, nobody in 2025 believe we went to space like that. Come on. I will hope nobody in 2025 still believes this mess. Now, our parents and grandparents, you know what I'm saying, great grandparents and all, they got fooled by this mess.
Right.
But come on, man. These videos are obviously staged.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, hold on, let me play this one.
About the moon. And we expect.
Oh yeah, this is a doctor. This is a scientist in 1965 that says the moon is plasma. It's like it's light. It's a light. It's an energy thing. So it's impossible to
That's
land
what I'm
on.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like when you look
Right.
at that, it's ain't no way in the world.
That's it. The plasma.
Can't even land on the moon. I always thought that. I always thought, like, how can they land on something like that damn bright? Like
I don't think they landed anywhere up there.
Nope, nowhere.
I don't think they going anywhere up out of the atmosphere like that.
Nah.
It's all fake, y'all.
All right, what's this video right here?
This is Buzz Aldrin. This is the one who went up there with Neil Armstrong. He was part of it. I mean, he was Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong. All of them was supposed to be the first ones on the moon.
Right.
Look what this little watch the question this little girl asked him and watch how he reply.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
There's nobody.
Yep.
Good.
You can hear it. Yeah, bring it back.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. But I think I know. Because we didn't.
I remember very clearly. I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me
Hell
up
no,
and
they ain't
we
go to no damn
went down and
moon.
we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
what?
No, you didn't.
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So
Look at
you
that.
associated what you saw with.
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what
watch
we saw was
He said you watch anime. Now this is the astronaut that supposedly went up there.
Yeah, that's Buzz. That's Buzz Aldrin.
So he said they never went, and we already knew they never went. They never went to the moon. First of all, we under a dome.
It was all stage production, man.
You can't even go out there at all. No. Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake.
So we know damn well if this nigga ain't make it to the moon or to space, we know Gayle and Katy Perry ain't make it to no damn space.
Oh no.
So where did they go?
Fact.
They had a spa day at the studio where Katy Perry sang the wonderful world, and they sat around and laughed and joked about how they got over on the people.
They all got makeup. They all got, they been up there. They had, they was fresh face and everything.
They had a spa day on the moon, bro.
Yep. They didn't have no
a spa day at the moon on the moon.
They didn't have no oxygen, no astronaut suits, none of that. They was able to go up there with nothing.
No type of protective gear or nothing.
Nothing.
Just a flimsy door inside of a flimsy capsule.
Like we said, that was green screen in the back.
Right.
Green screen in the back. Oh, hold on. What video is this? This is when Busby punched dude in the face, right?
Right.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to get
You tell him to get out of here.
This is a hotel.
We'll call the police.
We pay.
Come on in here. We'll call the police.
Solicit.
You like that? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir. I don't have nothing to do with this. But you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid to rent out the penthouse to shoot up there. So
you can't solicit like this.
Keep shooting.
All right. Well, then I'd go through my measures.
Yeah. You got to keep shooting, man. Okay. Well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
Come with me, Buzz.
You really like it?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
He smacked him in the face.
Why don't you swear on the Bible?
Buzz be like, I smacked your ass.
Because he ain't feel like talking about it. And he damn sure wasn't putting his hands on the Bible saying that he went and walked on the moon, because you know damn well he didn't walk on that moon.
Hell no.
Yeah, we all know that was fake, man. Anybody from, you know what I mean, born in the 80s on up, we should know that shit is fake, man.
Hell yeah.
They ain't had no suits on, they ain't have nothing. They was just in that flimsy ass capsule behind that flimsy ass door. And it looked like they was just in there just playing around.
Yep.
They said he went up in Power Ranger suits. Facts.
He said they went up in Go-Go Power Rangers.
Rangers!
I was trying to find
oh man, this is wild, man. And you know, trillions of dollars of tax dollars went to NASA over the years. Trillions of dollars, and they gave us cheap production. They could at least gave us some better production than that. All them trillions of dollars they were laundering.
Exactly.
Because we know damn well all that money ain't go to taking them to no space when they was in some cheap behind studio shooting all that material. Trillions of dollars, y'all. Trillions of dollars. And they give us that cheaply made costumes, cheaply made rocket ships. You know what I'm saying? Cheaply made everything. Cheaply made production. Them on the moon, that was fake. That looked fake. With that same black background. And look like they walking on the edge of the moon. Look like if they tripped and fell, they just fall off the moon. And, you know what I mean? If you on something like a big rock like that, like on a planet, first of all, the moon should have its own atmosphere. And it should look like you walking on, like in a planet, not on the edge of a planet.
Exactly. It's all.
Yeah, I mean, when we on Earth, we don't never feel like we gonna fall off the edge of Earth.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It looked like they trip and fall off the edge of the moon and just start floating off in space.
All right.
You know why? Because that's a screen in the back. It's a screen.
I wanted to get to Stanley Hubert.
Poster for the film. It states, in May 1999, an unknown filmmaker secured an interview with the reclusive genius Stanley Kubrick. What's odd about this? Well, Stanley Kubrick died March 7th, 1999, 2 months before the poster says the interview took place. That's the first strike. Many other important points. Unedited version of the film where it clearly states when slipped out. During the video, you can again see the May 99 date at the bottom right corner of the video. That's a second strike.
We were because they were so close,
Because we were so damn close. We had to do it now.
And if you didn't lie, it would dry up. We were on the brink of something.
Yes, and if we didn't fake this, if we didn't lie about it, eventually people would lose interest, and the funding would dry up for NASA. It would just cease to exist. And the dream would be dead. It would be gone.
As you can see, the director was continually guiding the actor through his line.
So, did Stanley Kubrick film the damn moon landing and all that? Because that's what they said. Stanley Kubrick was the person behind filming. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
It could have been him and a whole bunch of other people too.
Yeah, maybe not the first one, but one of the other ones. Was the one in 1972?
It don't matter. To tell you the truth, it don't even matter who filmed it. Just know it was filmed.
It was filmed
in the studio.
All right.
It was filmed in the studio. You can see that because them studio. It looked just like those sci-fi from the 60s studios.
Yeah,
It looked like something that'd be on Star Trek or something.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
pull
old
this up.
Star
There.
Trek from the 60s and shit.
There you go.
Look at that.
It's never far off. It's always they always on the edge.
Always on the edge,
Nowhere
bro.
in the world you would be on the moon and it looks like you're on the edge because we don't.
There's no mountains or nothing.
Yeah, no mountains. No, it's just that don't make no sense. It doesn't.
A big rock formation like that with no mountains, no nothing, just them on the edge.
Just them on the
a smooth ground with a black background. Smooth ground with a black background, man.
They on the edge like a mom, boy.
No stars out there, no sunlight, nothing. Look, he drops the hammer.
I do that all the time.
Look how he walking with that cord, and you can tell he's hanging on the cord. Look, he can't even pick the hammer up.
Can't do it. Can't get down that far.
He can't get down that far.
Fake shit.
We actually think this is real.
Looks like a good plan.
You know, some straight nut shit.
Yep, the wire ain't long enough. Yep. The wire that's holding that, making him do all them little stupid little jumps in the air ain't long enough. All them little stupid little jumps he's doing in the studio is because he's attached to a wire, and the wire ain't long enough for him to bend over and pick up the hammer.
Facts.
It's a done deal out here, man. This is obvious. This is obviously fake.
Man, that shit back.
Look at that background, y'all.
Right.
That's clearly a screen in the back.
Right.
All right, Charlie. Going in too well. Pretty hard around here.
Hit pretty hard around here.
What is he even trying to do?
But I don't know what he was trying. Boy, he just acting and shit.
That's
Just
all right.
acting,
I do
showing
that all the
off.
time.
He said just showing off.
Showing off.
Showing
Dude,
off.
I have my thumb in the way.
We dumb. We was dumb as hell as a society. Our grandparents was dumb as hell.
Look, the cord ain't long enough for him. Look, he doing all them stupid little jumps.
I'm sorry, grandparents, but y'all was dumb as hell to believe this. I never believed it, even when I never took
Me
this
neither. I
serious.
never believe that shit, bro.
I never took this moon stuff serious. Never. Never, ever took
Not
it serious.
one time.
My soul
Ever.
just didn't even let me take this serious. I ain't even pay attention to it.
Nope. Even as a kid.
Yep.
I was like, nah, they ain't. That's
Didn't
not
care.
real.
Nothing. I was more interested in dinosaurs as a kid than this shit.
Right.
So I it always looked fake.
That shit crazy.
And then the cameraman.
Right.
I can't stand that damn cameraman.
He's still up there.
He's still up there. Then how did he get the tape back to Earth? Because this was in the 70s. They ain't had no Wi-Fi or nothing like that. How did he get the tape back to Earth? What, they taped it on a VCR? Like, what did they do? Like, yo, this
Wasn't no VCR.
you
then.
gotta think about the technology that they had in the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making it to no damn moon. They ain't making it to no moon now. They damn sure didn't make it to the moon then. That's clearly a studio.
Yeah, that's
Look at that.
Bro. Let me see. Yeah.
A terribly put together studio. That's one of them back in the day Star Wars, Star Trek studios, like for the original Star Wars set. You know what I'm saying? E.T. phone, E.T. go home type shit.
Yeah.
Yo, this is done. Yo, this is over, man.
Right.
The jig is up, system. The jig is up, government. We know. The jig is up. The people know. They should have never. Actually, Janet Hubert was right. This was the wrong time, boo-boo. I don't know why they sent them ditzy-ass broads up there. I don't know why they sent them ditzy-ass broads into that studio and say they went to space. None of them made any sense. Maybe they did go to space.
It was,
none of them made any sense when they got out of that little flimsy-ass capsule they was in.
Them days, they ain't go. They went straight to Universal Studios. They ain't go no damn space.
That's what it was like. It was like they did a Universal Studios ride.
Hey, that's all they
did.
It
was like one of them Universal Studio rides. No different. It's just another attraction like Universal Studios. Those of y'all who went to Universal Studios before, y'all know what we talking about. Because they have all the little movie scenes that you can get into and see how they did the movie scenes. And they had you sitting there, you know what I mean? And all the shit be happening around you. And it's just all like contractions. It's like automated machines and fake, all bunch of fake green screens, all this fake shit.
They wasn't floating no more than they was in Willy Wonka when they got in that goddamn
fizzy lifting drink ass nigga.
Fizzy lifting drink, right?
No, fizzy lifting skanks.
Right, they ain't.
Not fizzy lifting drinks. Fizzy lifting skanks at this point.
Yeah, that is the original Star Wars studio type shit.
Hell yeah. That's
Star
the original
Trek.
Star Wars. Yep.
Yeah,
Star Wars, Star Trek. Yep.
Star Wars Odyssey and all that shit. Yeah.
Space Odyssey, all that
Yeah,
bullshit. It looks like the same movie set. They trying to convince us that this is the real space.
And why is the damn edge so damn close?
Exactly. Look, it looked like if he walked over there, he'd fall right off the side of the moon.
He'd fall right off the side of the stage.
They always land on the edge.
Yeah, he that's because it's a stage. He will fall off the stage. That's the damn stage he on.
You know how magicians always use the black backgrounds?
Mm-hmm.
These are magicians. They always use the black backgrounds and shit. Because that's how they hide their tricks. With that black background. That's what these dudes are. These are magicians. They basically, what they did, they just basically robbed taxpayers and said we was going to space with all that money. And all they did was just launder that money and build surveillance equipment to basically monitor us all.
That's what they really did. Because they're going out in space for what? It ain't nothing out
going
there.
out to no damn space.
There's nothing out there for you to. It's nothing out there at all for you to even discover or bring back. It's just a waste of money, bro.
They use that money to set up a surveillance state. That's all they did. To spy on citizens who know too much. That's exactly what they used all that money for.
Hit that like button if y'all ain't.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it might sound a little bit disrespectful, but our grandparents was dumb as shit. Our parents and grandparents was dumb as shit. Like I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody that was born in the 80s. So, like I said, our grandparents and parents was dumb as shit, bro.
Yeah.
To believe this. Me personally, I never believed it. My soul never let me believe it. Just like my soul never even let me believe in no goddamn Santa Claus or none of that. Cause this is right up there with them. Santa Claus, moon landing, Easter bunny, all that shit is no different.
Yeah, happy 420 to y'all too, man. I know that y'all, a lot of y'all probably gonna be rolling up and all that. So I know
Rolling up
tomorrow,
and rolling down.
make sure y'all shop with us, man. Get that CBD, that good CBD too.
Facts.
9dayherbals.com.
9dayherbals.com.
Yeah, definitely hit up the shop. Shop with us. We got the best CBD around. Definitely the best CBD around in town. You know what I mean? So got the best CBD on the market. They shit ain't grown like ours.
Facts.
Sorry.
Facts.
It ain't naturally grown like ours. They be using, greenhouses and growing it off season. All our shit is growing in season. Yep.
Facts.
No, getting that good old sunlight. It's not getting synthetic ultra violet lights and shit. You know what I mean?
So it's getting that information from the sun.
It needs the information from the sun. It's not gonna be as good as because when it's growing under the UV lights and all, they have to spray with certain things for it to grow, maintain its potency. With the sun information that the CBD gets straight from the sun, it's getting this natural. It's getting this natural sunlight, so it's more potent. Yep.
Facts. That's nightandayherbals.com, y'all. Make sure y'all take advantage of the discounts. We got the fruit infused sea moss.
That
fruit infused sea moss gel. Wild crafted organic sea moss. Fruit infused. You know what I'm saying? Pineapple, coconut. You know what I mean? Fruit infused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's 25% off right now. So make sure y'all head over there, take advantage of that. Yeah, I mean, that's what keeps the show rolling, and we definitely appreciate all the orders that we've been getting. We've definitely been shipping y'all out all the orders. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey man.
Hey.
Shoot, I think like JR said, happy 420. I know a lot of y'all gonna get higher than Gayle and Katy Perry on that fake ass.
Right, exactly.
You smoke a blunt and get higher than them. Them bitches wasn't high at all.
Right.
They was shit. They might have been high off of something else.
Yeah, they probably all
they was high off of something else, but they wasn't high up in no space. I tell you that.
High off that coquiana. They all took a bump. Yeah, they all took a bump before they went up there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why she was in the mood to sing A Wonderful World.
Hey,
she got that bump. Yeah.
He was up there like, ooh, we in space. Beat him up, Scotty. Yeah, they went to the Enterprise in New Jack City and got high real quick.
They went to the Carter.
They went to the Carter, bro. The Enterprise.
They shot that scene at the Carter.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Scotty, help me! I'm going to die. Take this boy out back and kill him.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. Beam him up, Scotty.
Oh man, this is wild, man. This is wild stuff out here, man. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe
Yeah, don't believe that shit, man. Y'all know that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really seen anybody believe that they actually went to space, bro. I mean, Gayle even said it herself that even people she thought was her friends was even like questioning some things.
Yeah,
because it looked fake. It looked fake.
Yeah,
it was fake.
They fake as hell. Fake as hell, bro.
Oprah fake crying? Exactly. They ain't had no special equipment on, just them cheap ass, like somebody said, Power Ranger suits. Bitch had on blue Squid Game suits and shit.
Yeah, right.
Contestants on Squid Games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, ain't had nothing about them say astronaut. Yeah, astronaut.
Right.
You know love, you don't know love. You don't know love until you went to space.
All right, talking all that high. She was high as shit saying that.
High as hell.
She was high. She was high than got. She was higher than Giraffe's ass saying that, bro.
So you don't know love until you've been to space. It's true
Can I-
love.
Can I call her one?
Can you call her? Can I call her one?
Can I call her one? Can I call her one?
call
Y'all
her
decide
one?
what y'all. We call her one.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst.
Gayle King.
I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head, bitch.
Funky dog head.
All right. And on that note, y'all, anything else you want to say to the people,
Nope.
bro?
Just, you know what I mean? Thanks for showing up. Make sure y'all smash that like button, share this video. nightandayherbals.com. You know what I mean? CBD. We got the detoxes, you know what I'm saying? The hair, skincare products, all natural herbal.
Get that shampoo and them
shampoos,
soaps, some lotions too.
Soaps, lotions, body oils. Yep. nightandayherbals.com is pinned to the top. Thank y'all for showing up.
All right, y'all. On that note, we up out of here. Peace out.
Peace.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.